Hey guys, it's Brent here. I'm gonna talk today about a couple modes. Since I have not done all of my dailies today, I'm gonna go ahead and check on a few of them. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. I've mentioned before my super co-op. I don't like to use all my tickets right away. I clean back that spot that I lose occasionally. So that's what I'm doing here. Great. So that's super co-op. We've talked about that before. I'm gonna run through the rest of my dailies. So great, so today I'm going to talk about these two here, emergency incidents and best partners. Emergency incident, you can access straight through that menu, or by clicking the little dorm symbol, co-op, emergency. Now you have two different types. When you do your daily quests, you'll unlock an emergency incident. That's kind of your incident, and you need to get assistance from other heroes. I always use matchmaking. At this point, I don't really care what the battle power of my teammates is, but you can ask your friends to help or anything like that. One thing is, it doesn't matter how strong you are or how strong your team is. Never run this with fewer than 3 people. The rewards are nothing earth-shattering, but you only get 1 card flip for each person on your team, and you'll see what that means in a minute. But essentially that means you get the best rewards by playing with 3 people. Or rather, the most rewards. Emergency incidents come in a variety of different, I guess, types? Yeah, different types. You have things like this, where you have to fight off enemies and rescue people. In order to make it go as quickly as possible, I tend to try to rescue people while the others fight, because most people, most players won't do that, and no AI, as far as I know, will. It's always fight, then rescue. So dividing up the labor kind of just makes it quicker. You'll also have, so here in this one there is kind of a mini boss guy. You'll also have some emergency incidents that are exclusively boss fights, so those are going to be more difficult than this guy, but you know, it's just the one fight. You'll see giant villain, the motorcycle guy, Muscle Moto. Anyway, so see, because I had 3 players, I can get 3 draws. Usually you'll get memory shards, sometimes credits. You can use your extra flips on these cards, but I don't recommend ever doing that. The odds are you'll get credits or a low-level chip. Sometimes you can get S-rank chips, or memory shards, sorry. But they're really not worth it. You'll want to save those. You'll want to save your extra flips. I thought I could find them in here for agency assessments, which I'll talk about in another video. Alright, so the second type of emergency is urgent assist. While your urgent handling expires 8 hours after the daily quest, well, I mean, that's true of everyone's, but urgent assist, people might find theirs at different times of the day, so you can do this kind of at any point. But you can join any individual team. I just hit start matching. This will find me another hero who needs an emergency assist. Hop into their team, hit ready, and now I'm going to do theirs. There's no different rewards for doing your own versus somebody else's, but essentially what it means is you get to do 2 per day. And I'm following kind of my same tactic on this rescue. As you can see, like, these are definitely other players, they're not bots. You can usually tell based on which characters they choose. If they're premium characters, I don't think that they can be bots. But also, this is somebody else's emergency assist, so they have to be another player. Actually, I'm not 100% convinced that's true either, because I've never had trouble matching. But whatever the case, they were attacking while I was rescuing hostages, and I just think that's the most effective way to do it. Alright, we'll beat Steel Bulwark again. That shouldn't cause any difficulty. You don't get any particular rewards for being MVP either. That's just an honor thing, I suppose. Just whoever dealt the most damage. Yeah, it doesn't matter beyond that. So you only have to do 1 of those a day. I always do the 2 at the same time because I'll forget otherwise. But that's this emergency incident quest. And as you can see, they do give you the type of rewards that you can get from it. It's interesting. I don't think that I've ever seen these factors or support cards come from emergency incidents. Those I get from here, where they only list chips. So let's just say that that's not the most reliable. All right, so joint operations you can find from co-op, joint operation. This is level dependent, so you unlock this battle against All Might at level 20. You have 3 different difficulties and each have a BP recommendation. I would say always go for hard. You'll be able to find somebody, most likely. Maybe at the lower levels you can't, so just do what you can. But you can see the rewards improve, right? So you can get a 2-star chip on hard mode, a 2-star support card, whereas on easy mode, you can only get 1-star chip and 1-star support cards. Always do your highest level because, let's see, even on hard mode versus easy mode here, right, the best reward is a 2-star chip, 2-star card. Here on easy mode, you get 2-star chip, possible 3-star cards. So you're going to want to do the highest level you can at the highest difficulty you can to maximize your rewards. This one you can only do once per day. I always do solo match hard. Usually that'll match me up with bots, I think, but you know, that doesn't bother me. If you need help, you can always ask your friends too. Or your alliance. Okay. So I'm gonna deploy. These operations are all different. The boss is gonna be the person on the cover. So for this one, it's Shigaraki. And the way these work is you have a set of villains that you have to defeat. You know, work together with your team to take them down. In this one, it's 8. Might always be 8. I'm not sure. And here in this against Shigaraki, we have Tesla as kind of a mini boss. So once you take him and his lackeys out, see. You get this cutscene. I invariably tap sporadically around the screen as if that's going to speed it up, but it does not. You'll get a reward box. Now, if you find that I'm wrong, please correct me, but to the best of my knowledge, you don't get to choose your reward. It gives you 3 options. No matter what you click, it will randomly give you one. Alright, and then you move on to the boss. We see Shigaraki scratching himself, and we fight Shigaraki. I mean, there's not too much of strategy here, I guess, mostly because by the time I unlocked this, you know, it was so simple. But, you know, just dodge his attacks, hit him. That's kind of how all this stuff works. But when he gets down to, I think, about 20 health bars, you'll see he summons Nomu, just like the character. Right, yeah, it was 25 here. So he summons Nomu. I have heard from my alliance that it is possible to defeat him before Nomu comes out. But doing that can cause an error and kind of like lock you into the stage. So, you know, it's not necessarily desirable. Just take him out at your own pace. And as soon as he's defeated, you'll get 3 card flips. Once again, I think I think you need 3 people on the team to get 3 flips. So, do that. But I also don't recommend using those golden lucky flip cards here either. You can get 3-star cards, sometimes a 4-star, like 4 or 5-star random box, but there's nothing there that's good enough to justify using those. You're going to want to use those here, and I'll talk more about this mode in another video. This agency assessment deserves a whole exploration in and of itself, but that's pretty much how those 2 modes work. I always do them together, so I figured I'd stick them in a video together. They're also very similar. And those are some of your daily quests that give you, daily missions, daily target. There are so many different words that give you activeness points. So you'll want to do those as much as you can. And that's pretty much it. So I'll explore a few other modes in some other videos, but let me know if there's anything you want to see or anything that you might think is helpful. Thanks, guys.